Well, I'm going to reveal my age a little bit, but as a kid, it was hard to escape it. I grew up on a ranch out in the middle of nowhere in Arizona, and we only had, I think, 4 stations back in the day. And at one point, as a child, anytime you turned on the TV, I was just trying to watch the cartoons or something, and you saw this story. As life goes, as a child, you think you know the story. You're kind of fed it, right? And indoctrinated with a certain legacy. And as an adult, once I got to read the script and I did my research and got to be a part of this film, I realized that it was really a whole other thing. And I think that's what makes this film and Jessica's portrayal as Tammy Faye so interesting. I think it's a little bit of an unknown story, and I think it's going to be restorative to, in a lot of ways, to Tammy Faye's legacy. Again, I wasn't there. I don't know all the facts, but I do know from the stories I've heard that she, more than maybe anybody that was involved in this, lived the word that most people were preaching, apparently. But she embraced all of God's children, and she did it with empathy, and she did it with courage. And she helped a lot of people that were really suffering in the 80s and were being ostracized. And nobody was telling their story, and it was fear-based. And, we've seen this sort of thing before. It kind of repeats itself. And it really does take a bit of a brave soul and a brave voice to reach out and give the voiceless a voice. It's just a blast. As soon as I walked into set straight from tour, and it was a little bit overwhelming, or it could be, but Jessica was so gracious, and she's just such a lovely spirit. She's a great human being, and it just was fun. It felt like playing, and I think for me, that's the appeal in acting, and it's the kind of roles and the kind of sets that I want to be on, working with people that have a really strong vision, and at the same time really provide an amazing creating environment. I just felt really safe, I guess. And yeah, it was kind of a blur, because it's also like stepping into the ring and trying to play Michael Jordan 101, being in a scene with Jessica and with Andrew, and